أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى. This is lesson 3 of the course on discerning between the 10 qira'at. In this particular lesson, we're going to be looking at some of the rules regarding mad. In the riwayah of Hafs, we have mad lazim, we have mad arid, mad muttasil, and we have mad munfasil. The student going through this particular course should be familiar with all of these types of mad. If you are not familiar, you can use the book I've put there in the footnote to revise the rules regarding these particular types of mad. But we're not going to go through it in this particular video. In the application of the 7 qurra, we also find mad badal and we find mad leen. So in this lesson, we're going to be looking at mad badal. Before that, though, what are the lengths of mad? The intrinsic length of the letters of mad is 2 harakat. 2 harakat. To recite according to this intrinsic length is to apply qasr. So when we say we are applying qasr, we're not actually making mad. We're just reading the letters of mad to the minimum length that they have to be applied to. U, E. We have to read the letters of mad to 2 harakat. If less than that, then you haven't recited the letter correctly. To recite the letters of mad longer than this means to apply mad. When you apply mad, then there are 2 lengths that you can apply, tawassut or tul. Tawassut will be 4 harakat and tul will be 6 harakat. Another term for tul is ishba'. Ishba' is another term that is used for the length of tul, which is 6 harakat. So what is mad badal? Mad badal is when the letter of mad is preceded by hamza. We know that in mad munfasil, the hamza comes afterward in a separate word. In mad muttasil, the hamza comes afterwards in the same word. But in this case, the hamza comes first. So you first have the hamza, then the letter of mad. So the hamza, then an alif, the hamza, then a ya, preceded by kasra, by hamza, then a waw, preceded by a dhamma. That's what we see here in these examples given over here. You can see over here, the first one, amanu. The first letter there is the hamza. After that comes the alif. Then you have the next one, iman. You have the hamza, and then after that the ya sakina. Then you have utu. You have the hamza first, and then the waw sakina coming afterwards. In all 3 of the examples, the hamza was first. First the hamza, then after that comes the letter of mad. So all the qurra except for warsh. Except for warsh, all the qurra, they will apply qasr. They will read it with just 2 harakat, meaning they won't make mad in mad badal. Okay. However, warsh will have a different rule. He will have all 3 lengths. He will have qasr, tawassut, or tul. Okay. And this is known as tathlith. So we can recite with qasr, we can choose to recite with tawassut, we can choose to recite with tul. When you're reciting for ijaza, for your riwayah of warsh, you have to apply all 3 lengths all the time. So that particular word amanu would be repeated 3 times. First with qasr, then with tawassut, then with tul. If you're just reciting normally for warsh, then you just choose one of the 3 lengths and then you just apply that particular length. So the exercise is the same as before. We first identify where is the rule going to be applied, where is the mad badal going to be applied. And the second part is to listen to the recitation. So you can pause the video at this particular point, complete the exercise, and then continue. Okay, if you've completed, وَبَشِّرِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا have the hamza, then the alif. Adama, the same thing. وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ, the same thing. Ala as well. Yeah, we need to be a bit careful. In Ya Adam, there are 2 mudud over there. First one, Ya, then the hamza, that is mad munfasil. Then you have Adam, the hamza, and the alif after it, that is the mad badal. Waba'u, something similar. We have again 2 mudud over here. The ba, the alif followed by the hamza, that is mad muttasil, and then the u, the hamza followed by the waw sakina, that's the mad badal. Aminu. So the next part of the application of the exercise is to listen to the recitation of the above verses. So you have a visual cue of where to expect the change to happen. Warsh will have qasr, tawassut, all two. Okay, so for the first one, I'm going to do all three lengths. For the remainder, I'm just going to either do tawassut or two, because doing it with qasr is what we are normally familiar with. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وبشر الذين آمنوا وبشر الذين آمنوا وبشر الذين آمنوا وعلم آدم وآتوا الزكاة وأغرقنا آل فرعون وقلنا يا آدم اسكن وباءوا بغضب من الله وآمنوا بما أنزلت مصدقا لما معكم وأوفوا بعهدي أوف بعهدكم وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس. Right, I've noticed that the other madud will also pull longer than normal. Okay, so we're only focusing on the mad badal, but in these exercises, there are other changes that you might hear. There are other changes that you might hear, but your focus should be only on the rule that's covered in the particular lesson. As you can see in that last verse, there were a number of madud and warsh falls all of them too. So to recite for warsh, you're going to need a lot of breath. Again, you can make use of the QR code here to scan or to click on the link to go to the website where you can listen to the riwayah of warsh. For the minimum, listen to these three surah over here, where you should try and just audibly, without looking at the mushaf, listen for the application of mad badal, which is pull longer than normal, either 4 or 6 harakat. When you hear that, then you know it is the riwayah of Warsh. Warsh is the only rawi that applies this particular rule of pulling the mad badal longer than 2 harakat, pulling it 4 or 6. When you hear that, you know it is the riwayah of Warsh. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.